This is actually fucking insane. Just watch.
So I take NMN every morning.
What is NMN?
Good question. So let me take a quick step back.
Sure.
So sirtuins need NAD to work. Without them, they don't work. In fact, if you don't have NAD in your body, you'd be dead in about 30 seconds. It's a really important molecule. But as we get older, we lose NAD. So by the time you're 50, like I almost am, you have about half the levels of what you had when you were 20. So that's not good. And these sirtuins, they don't protect the body without high levels of NAD. So what NMN does, boost the body's levels of NAD back up to youthful levels again.
So this NMN stuff is so crazy that our US Special Forces have been secretly taking this for years and just listen to the results.
So what David Sinclair and his group did is they started with mice. So you can take a mouse and you give them NMN. Oh, you take an old mouse. You put them on, a ramp and say run, or give them direction run. The most they can go is usually a quarter of a kilometer. Whereas a young, powerful mouse can run 4 times that full kilometer. When they give NMN directly, the precursor to NAD that affects the sirtuins, that affects everything I just told you about, right? This cascading effect. They run within 14 days, 2 to 3 kilometers, 200 to 300% more than the youngest and strongest ones among them. But will it really transfer to humans? So here's what's cool. For 2 years, top secret, they have been working with our military, with our special forces. What's been reported is the commander said they've had almost identical response as they saw in the mice. These are the strongest humans alive, both men and women in the special forces, and most fit people, right? Endurance has exploded, he said, very much like the mice. He said, secondly, muscle development is completely changed from the same stimulus, like the same workout, they're getting more muscle. And then thirdly, the most important thing for them is cognition has gone through the roof, because when you're exhausted and you're out there in special forces, the ability to use your head is the more valuable than your body.
So basically, NAD is something our body naturally produces, but unfortunately, as we age, our NAD levels start to plummet. And having low NAD levels is exactly what triggers the aging process in our body. So that's when we really start to see things like those deep lines and wrinkles, those weak and aching bones and joints, that brain fog and those mental delays, your body taking forever to physically recover, and even things like making it really difficult to cut down on those pant sizes. But luckily, by supplementing with NMN, you can help bring these levels back up again. Now, whatever you do, don't just get some random bottle of this stuff. Make sure whichever one you get is third-party tested and made in a GMP facility. This basically ensures what they say is in the bottle is actually in the bottle. So this is the one I've been taking from Catacor. Not only do they have hundreds of thousands of orders and a ton of 5-star reviews that y'all could check out, but these guys are third-party tested, NSF certified, and their formula is based on clinically proven doses, meaning you're getting the doses that clinical studies have shown to be most effective. The only bad thing I can really say is ever since this guy mentioned it on his podcast, they have been selling out. So if you did want to try it, I'm going to link it down below. Just grab it while you still can.